this video review, we're going to take a look at Mcfarlane DC Multiverse. This is the third version of Hash, the blue Batman variant. So let's cover the basics of the action figure first. So this figure comes with your trading card, your figure stand, an alternate set of hands, which are fists, and two batarangs. So we have one on the table to look at right now. So this is the details of the batarang. Details of the handsets. So the right fist is going to have that kryptonite ring, and this has a different design, handset design, compared to the one that is already attached to the action figure. So I partially disassembled the action figure to improve the articulation points that are quite stiff out of the box. So instead of doing a follow-up video, so this is it. So this is something that you could also do to your action figure, just in case you want to improve the articulation points. To take this figure apart, you need your hair dryer. So subject this action figure on the torso section to high heat, about 45 seconds, and immediately this figure is going to fall apart easily. So you're going to have a spread of parts on your review table or possibly your customization table. Okay, so the other thing that you would need is going to be a spoon of some sort, because you're going to have to fish this section out, because this is going to be the section that is most hard to deal with. But when the figure is already fully disassembled, and you do the parts that needs to be smoothened out or the materials taken off, it's going to be easy to reassemble. Okay, so let's show you the parts of this action figure. So basically, right now it's nice and soft because it has been subjected to heat. So this is how the arm section would look like, and these cuffs for the ball of the arm, they're going to be really stuck inside. So when you take your figure out of packaging and try to manipulate that arm, you would only have that rotation and T-poses. But with regards to having a nice butterfly joint, it's not going to be possible because of the material on this section of this cuff. So you need to have sandpaper to file it down, and of course an X-Acto knife, because you would have certain types of burring on this plastic cuff that it's going to hinder it to really move smoothly. So right now I already did smoothen out the edges and taken off some material, so this cuff is going to move nicely, so giving about 2% more of articulation, butterfly joint on this action figure. So you already have that motion. So left and right, that is possible. So right now it's easy to put in and take off. So this section I think needs to be filed out more, because compared to this section, that is nice and smooth, but this, as you could see, you still have a little bit of resistance. So I need to file this section more. Okay, so to take that out, you would need some sort of tweezers, so to pop that section off. So it's going to be just taking off material on this section and smoothing it out with whatever sandpaper that you have on board. Okay, so next section that we have to deal with is going to be with regards to the head. So the head and the neck is one molded piece. Now the problem when you take this figure out of packaging, it's going to be the head tilts. So head tilts looking up and up at a certain angle, up at a certain angle, that's going to be the problem. Because when I took this figure out of packaging first and was playing with it, it was stuck to this position. So the head tilts of this kind, not a problem, but with regards to head tilts looking up, I can't do it. So right now I already made relief cuts to space out this area. So this is still nice and soft because I've been subjecting this to heat. So tilts looking up, so we already improved that point of articulation. So used to be out of the box, it's just going to be stuck in this position. Okay, so the last section that you need to improve articulation point is going to be the ab crunches. Because out of the box, this action figure won't crunch forward, so it's going to have a crunching forward at the base of the hip. But with regards to this section, very limited. Because when you take the figure out of disassemble the figure, I mean, you have a lot of paint material on this section, very thick. So it's going to really adhere to this connection point. So you have to really sand it down. Not to take off all of the paint on this section, but just really sand slowly, nicely. But the sections that you need to really take point is going to be where that line is, and to take off material for improved ab crunches. So it's either you're going to use an X-Acto knife or a drill. So that is the amount of material that you're going to take off to improve ab crunches on this action figure. So just choose the tool that you need to or you already have on board to make this mod. Okay, so just bonus content for those of you who are interested to take a look at the lower section of the action figure. So no need to really take this section apart. But for those of you who are interested with harvesting the belt of this action figure, yes, the belt is a separate piece, so it's not molded onto the man briefs. So as you could see, those are the connection points to the man briefs of this BatMan action figure. So you could take this off if you wish and put it on another BatMan action figure. So we have the figure fully assembled. So let's do a 360 view of the action figure. So let's re-inspect articulation points. So for the head area, left and right, of course the tilts looking down, that's going to be really great on this action figure. Tilts looking up this time. So improved. Tilts looking up sideways. Tilts looking up on this other side. So you could already imagine that this guy is firing his batarang that way, so you could do that pose. Okay, so let's move towards the articulation points on the ball of the arm. So we already have butterfly motion. Okay, So full rotation. And how about T-poses? And is there a improvement to the butterfly motion on the T-pose? Yes. Yes. Before the out-of-the-box experience, you can't do that thing, or this thing, I mean, or this. Okay, so let's move towards the torso area. So how much bend can we make on this action figure? Okay, so really much improved bends. And looking up. Okay, so I think that already solved the problem that I have with this action figure when I took it out of packaging. So with the improved articulation points on the neck and on the ball of the shoulder, so I could do this pose. And with the alternate handset, we could do this Superman beatdown pose. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.